Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Don K. Preston. This is Morning Musings, and I really appreciate you being with me. Here we are. This is Christmas Eve. Okay? And this will be my last video until after Christmas, all right? I think I hear my old Mustangs calling me out in the shop. Take a little bit of time off, enjoy that. And I want to take this opportunity to wish you and your family the very best, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, of course. I hope you have a fantastic holiday. Please be safe. Let me say again how much I appreciate you watching these videos, sharing them with your friends. I so much appreciate the wonderful comments that I receive from you. Words of encouragement. Sometimes even you disagree, but I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. It continues to stagger me of the outreach of these videos, of all of the different countries and all of the different backgrounds of people that I hear from, and it's absolutely fantastic. So again, thank you so very much. Well, we're currently studying the Messianic Temple, and one of the prophecies that my dispensational friends point to is Ezekiel 40 through 47. There, they insist, see, that has never been fulfilled. And yet, as we pointed out in our last segment on circumcision, if you insist on a literal fulfillment, a literal interpretation of Ezekiel, then you've got a really severe problem. Not only will circumcision be reimposed in the millennium, which means the gospel of Christ has to be set aside, and be sure to go back and watch that previous video. But this issue has been brought up by many commentators in the past. You have to reinstitute animal sacrifices, and catch this, to make the atonement, which raises, obviously, the question, if the animal sacrifices in the millennial temple, the Messianic temple, are to make the atonement, what happens to the sacrifice, the atonement sacrifice of Jesus Christ? Well, we are told the sacrifices in this Messianic temple of Ezekiel, they are a memorial. Well, let me point something out to you. The term to make an atonement is used no less than 5 times. It's used most commonly in Ezekiel chapter 45. The Hebrew term that is used to make atonement is used to make atonement for sin, to make atonement for Israel, to make atonement for the temple, to make atonement for the altar, to make atonement, just on and on. Here's what is absolutely critical. That Hebrew term, make atonement, to make atonement, used 5 times here in Ezekiel chapter 45, is the exact precise Hebrew term that is used in Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers 64 times. When Israel sinned, the Lord said, make a sacrifice to make atonement for their sin. Not as a memorial, not to look back on anything for atonement that had already been accomplished. That term is invariably a cultic term of offering the sacrifice in order to attain or to obtain the atonement. Now, if you're going to say the atonement or the sacrifices in the millennial temple are as a memorial, then we ought to have some terminology that delineates it from the 64 previous times in which that terminology is used, never, ever used to speak of making a sacrifice as a memorial sacrifice. Again, invariably, in the 64 times that the term that is translated to make atonement, it is invariably in order to achieve atonement. So what is our basis for claiming, oh, well, yes, in Ezekiel, they'll continue to make animal sacrifices, and those sacrifices would be to make atonement, oh, but now they're memorial. Shouldn't we have some kind of indication of the change in meaning, instead of ignoring the fact that Jesus set forth his supper, the communion, as a memorial of his atoning sacrifice? See, there's the contrast. Look, you have to realize those animal sacrifices were typological of the greater, perfect, one-time, for all time, effective sacrifice of Jesus Christ. I developed this type, antitype, in my book, Like Father, Like Son, on Clouds of Glory. Go to my website, eschatology.org, bibleprophecy.com. Order the book. Make a great Christmas present. You can't get it before Christmas now, but make a great Christmas present nonetheless. Order the book. Mention you saw the offer on YouTube or Facebook, and I'll refund your shipping. Look, this has some fantastic information in it on the type and the antitype animal sacrifices. Get your copy of this today. Say thanks again for joining me for this morning's Morning Musings. And again, Merry Christmas to you. Lord willing, we'll be back with you after Christmas.